Hey there folks, and welcome to this video. And here I'm going to be talking a little bit about EA Sports WRC. We've just had some new announcements come through about the game today, and then those announcements, well, let's just say they look very promising. So the full 78 car list has been revealed. It was a 68 plus 10 as I thought about before. We've also got the locations, all 18 locations are going to be in the game have also been released, and that means that alongside the Central Europe Rally, which is going to be added post-launch, the other content that will be available in the standard edition will be the following locations. They've been named as Iberia, Mediterraneo, Oceania, Pacifico, and Scandia. Now, I've been trying to wrap my head around what these locations could be, and part of me thinks these are going to be locations that were in Dirt Rally 2.0, maybe with extra stages added in as well. So, for example, Iberia is probably going to be, well, Spain. Rally de Catalunya, and, well, I would be surprised if it wasn't La Figuera, and maybe La Figuera will be, combined. So the two halves that were in Dirt Rally 2.0 get combined into one for the Unreal Engine. Maybe we'll have another stage as well on top of that for the event. If we do, that would be really, really cool. But, yeah. After that, I think Oceania and Pacifico, I believe they'd probably be Australia and New Zealand. Not sure which order in. I'm pretty sure we've seen trailers, teasers for it with images that are from New Zealand. I think one of the ones that's revealed in the first two releases, actually, of graphics were shot there. And then to add on to that, yes, Scandia, I think Sweden's probably the Vargasen stage. I'm not sure how much of it or in what kind of order or direction, but, well, Sweden's going to be in Umeå, so that would make sense. The last one I can't really think about is Mediterranean. Like, maybe it'd be another Italian one like San Remo. I would love it to be Corsica. But I also had another friend of mine who suggested that it could be Greece. Now that might not make a lot of sense because Greece is already in the game, but Dirt Rally 2.0's Rally Greece was set on stages that have been used in the Acropolis before, but aren't used in the current edition of it. Because, well, the region they've moved to is pretty much the other side of the country from the stages that are in Dirt Rally 2.0. A bit like with Umeå and the farmland stages. Now, about this one quickly, I'd love for there to be a UK or Argentina, or any of the other ones that have been in Dirt Rally 2.0. So, outside of those, you have some of the other ones that... I think we even have some of the other ones that were in the game at launch. Poland's probably the biggest one that's missing out of them, but... in addition to that, we don't have Panzerplatte. It would be lovely to have a massive Panzerplatte test. That would be very daunting, but a lot of fun, I can say that much. Sorry, because I'm recording this so late and I'm a bit jet lagged, I can't really think about the other locations on that list of 13 right now. Because obviously some of them, such as Finland, will just carry over, because even though Unemployer itself isn't ran anymore, Kakaristo is, but even then it's slightly changed. It is Unemployer. I'd love to see combined Unemployer stage. But yeah, let's go into the car list as well, because that car list is also incredibly impressive. I like the look of what we're going to have in what is essentially Dirt Rally 3. It was that kind of wish list. If anybody has been a fan of the Dirt franchise for a long enough time, they'll remember the kind of wish list, the top trumps wall that they had at Codemasters HQ. And you look at this car list, I just think of that. So in terms of the additional ones so far that will come in at launch, of the 2017 to 21 spec, we have the Fiesta, but we also have the Polo. And that's really cool to see the Polo 2017. That's never appeared in any sim racing, and we haven't actually seen it in full in the public before. The closest we saw was a teaser for it when Volkswagen did the Disappearing Act gag. Was that the final Rally of the World? They I think they ranked it as like the final Rally the World video. The other cars that we've heard being revealed slowly, let's go through some of them. So, World Rally Cars 97 to 2011. Now, it's interesting that the Countryman's grouped in with these cars, but the ones that have jumped out were obviously the Zara, because that is one of the other new cars, because the Countryman is returning. I guess the Zara is returning as well. You could probably put it in that kind of way, because, I mean, when was the last appearance for Zara? Was it 05 or was it the original Dirt? Either way, it was more recent than the other car that's been added into that category, the Seat Cordoba. That last appeared in Colin McRae Rally 2. It's been nearly 25 years since it last appeared in a Colin McRae franchise game. Think of that for scale. In Rally 4, the 208, I believe, will be the current generation one, but I couldn't say that for certain. I haven't seen any photos of it, but the Twingo is being added, which is really cool. We haven't seen that in a Codemasters game before, but I'm pretty sure the Twingo, albeit in an R3, guys, popped up in one of the Milestone WRC games. That's going back a while. Speaking of milestones, the McRae R4 comes back. It's the first time it's appeared since Dirt 3. Now, it's in the NR4 R4 category with the Evo and the WRX NR4. I just think that car is going to be so OP in that class. I don't know whether it's worth doing the balancing for the classes, because on the one hand, you want it to be an authentic experience. On the other hand, this seems very unbalanced. But some of the balancings they've done elsewhere make up for it. The S2000s are back, and some of these are ones that we've seen before. They're returning. The Punto, the Corsa, and the 207. They are the original Dirt as well. Super 1600, C2 and Saxo. Be interesting to see how those two measure up. I remember in WRC Rally Evolved, the Swift and the Ignis were very close together. And then the Puma, which we haven't seen in forever, and the Clio. Now the Clio, of course, we've seen in Rallycross, guys, but we haven't seen it in Rally guys for ages. Like some of these cars, we're talking CMR 2005. The F2 kit cars. Now, this as a Rally Championship fan jumps out at me, and these were on their kind of Trump's walls. The Escort Mark 6. That's the Maxi, so that is the one with the rear wing at the back of it, or the raised rear wing on the roof. And the Maxi McGann 7-speed. We get another 7-speed car, yay! And the Astra. I remember how many times Rally Championship 2000 tearing up the stage than Mark Higgins' Astra. Elsewhere, the other ones that jump out, Group A, because the Lancer moves up to the WRC category. Group A gets the Galant, Pentia Rickla's car. That's brilliant to see. The rest of Group A returns. The other additions that we've got, the Mark II Escort has been moved up to H3, which makes some good sense. It pairs it up with the Stratos quite nicely. The H2 gains the Hillman Adventure. Oh, it's a McRae Motorsport, sorry, that's in H3. We'll drive the regular Mark IIs in H2. That makes a lot more sense. Hillman Adventure and the Talbot Lotus are added, which are really cool to see. Nice club rallying ones from the UK. H2 front wheel drive gains the 309 GTI, another Burnsy car. It's lovely to have that represented. I actually saw the Burnsy one last year at the Silverstone Classic. The H1 loses the DS, but it gains the Vauxhall Nova, which a lot newer than the Fulvia and the Mini, but it will be quite competitive. Yeah, that's all of them for now. Now there are some cars which I feel like they're going to try and add in later. Remember, we do have season passes. I wouldn't be surprised if we have the 03 Focus. Then we have all of the different generations of Ford Focus, and honestly the 03 to 06 or 03 to 05 one was my favourite one. It looked, for me, the most impressive. Or even the 99 one. That one looked alright as well. But I think the one that I would love to see is the Peugeot 307. I'd love to see an Accent, I'd love to see an Octavia. A Toyota Corolla would be beautiful, but Toyota licensing could be an absolute nightmare. But the Peugeot 307, that was one that last appeared in the original Dirt. Love to see that one return. Maybe some more on the Super 1600, like we've seen Fiat pop up. We could get the Punto from that one. That's appeared in Colin McRae games way back when. And yeah, maybe some more of the F2 kit cars, because it's so fantastic to have those featuring, or any more of the Group Bs from throughout the ages, or Group A's. Maybe the Mazda, that one would also be like a kind of first. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this game, and if it looks as stunning as it does on launch, and it runs as beautifully as they say it does because the physics are carried over from Dirt Rally 2.0, it's going to be a world beater. I think the RBR dominance that stood for over 20 years at this point is going to be coming to an end. Those are my thoughts on the audience. Comment section down below. Thanks so much for watching. I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.